Hey everybody, Casey here at Zero and Fly and Tackle, coming at you with a new fly. This week we're going to do the Tyee Terror. Now the Tyee Terror is one of my favorite patterns for fly fishing for pink salmon, especially in the rivers, but don't think it's only for pinks. This is a great versatile fly for a lot of different salmon species and a lot of different situations. I think you're going to like this one. Alright, so this is the Tyee Terror. Now for this fly, I've taken an Ahrex NS105, that's a down eye streamer hook. I'm going to do this in a size 6. I'll quite often tie it in at a size 8 as well too. And for a bead, I've added an official brass bead in fluorescent pink, 5/30 seconds. And for tying thread, I'm just going to use some UTC 140 in fluorescent cerise. Tie my thread in just behind the bead. And I'll just lay down a bit of a base to cover the hook shank, leaving my thread about where the barb would be on this hook if it wasn't a barbless version. And for a tail on this fly, I'm just going to take some Wapsi Woolly Bugger Marabou, and I'm going to do fluorescent pink. Now you can do darker variations of this fly as well too. This is like a hotter cerise. I'm like 50-50. I like both of these colors a lot, so if you want to have some variety in the box, having a little bit darker version is a good option as well too. But anyway, for the tail, I'm just going to select some marabou off the side of the stem. And we'll tie in a little clump for a tail. Doesn't have to be very long on this. Now because I am going to build up the body on this a little bit with some thread, I'm going to cheat a little bit and I'm just going to use some of this marabou to my advantage. So instead of trimming off those butts, I'm just going to wrap over it. Now, I'm going to switch up from the original a little bit. This is more the original sort of pattern. Same sort of marabou tail, diamond braid, body, and then a collar, a hackle collar at the front. I'm just going to throw in a little bit of this micro UV polar chenille. I just like the effect that it gives the fly. And switching things up and making them kind of, like I'll use rabbit ears, your own is kind of fun. But I just find that this works well for me, so I thought I'd pass this one on to you guys, and we will see what you think. So I'm just going to cover up that marabou that I tied over with the thread a little bit. Now, if these little fuzzy bits sticking out bother you, maybe don't do that. I really don't care. I don't think the fish do, and well, I know they don't, because, like I said, this fly works quite well for me. But it's going to be hidden in when we palmer this this polar chenille. So I don't even care if there's spaces. Actually, I encourage the spaces because I don't want it to be a super bushy body. I just want to give it a little bit of accent, that's all. So just kind of like we're ribbing a woolly bugger almost. Just a little extra bling factor in the fly. We'll trim that off, leaving a little bit of room behind the bead for us to tie in our hackle collar. Alright, next for a collar on this fly, I'm going to take some Wapsi strung rooster saddle hackle in long. This is going to be fluorescent pink dyed over white. And I'm going to select a feather that I like the length of the hackle barbules on there. And I don't want this super long stuff at the bottom. It's going to be longer, especially down here, than what I'm looking for in this. So I'm just going to peel that back a bit and we'll finish at that desired length. tie it into the tip. And then wrap it, making a collar. Stroking back the hackle fibers as I go. I caught some of them in that wrap quite early on. There, we'll fix that up. Perfect. We'll tie that hackle stem off right behind our bead. Give it a snip. And then I'll whip finish right at the head there, or right behind the bead. Second one for good luck. And then I'll hit it with a little bit of Raid Zap. And that'll set everything in place. And there you have my favorite river fly for pink salmon, the Tyee Terror. So like I said, I tie this in sort of two shades. This being, it's a 50-50 kind of between the two colors, between the darker and the lighter. You're going to catch fish on both. So tie both. See which one works better for you, obviously. But like I said, with that little UV in there, I think that's a real fish catcher. So hope you guys like this one. Great fly to put in the box for our upcoming pink salmon season. And I mean, it would be a good little coho or a chum fly, or I mean, sockeye even, where you can target those in the rivers as well. A great pattern for that. So not just a pigeonholed as a pink salmon fly. But yeah, hit that like button for me. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Like always, I will have all the links for the materials posted in the description below, and you can pick those up at online, www.c-run.com. You can hit us up, send us an email, give us a phone call, info@c-run.com. Always happy to help. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you for the next one.